Good Wednesday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Jet Peterson. Let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Wednesday. Now, looking at the radar right now, as you can see, we're doing pretty good right now. We do have some dense fog advisories up there inside the upstate of South Carolina for like Greenville, Spartanburg, Simpsonville, Seneca, Gaffney, Rock Hill. All those places under dense fog advisories. Watch out for some heavy fog out there. And let's go ahead and zoom out and talk about the rest of the United States. So if we go ahead and switch over to the MRMS, switch over to the winter weather, you can see that we do have rain pretty much all the way down into like Florida as well, where we have a tornado watch in place for like northern Florida. We also do have, hold on, let me get rid of this. We also do have some rain, heavy rain up there inside the mid-Atlantic up into the northeast. Do have some rain up here inside the Ohio Valley, as well as over here in Kansas, Nebraska, and pretty much the central U.S. The West Coast is looking good, and pretty much the Rockies is looking okay. Not the best, but okay right now, as of now. Here's our cloud cover. Cloud cover right now. Most people are covered with clouds right now, especially if you're up there inside the upstate. Also, you guys have that fog over there as well, but also near the coast as well. You can see some heavy cloud cover, but there are some places right now, like near the coast right now, that aren't receiving any cloud cover as we speak. And I'd say around a good 25, 30, 40% of people right now are not seeing clouds right now, with a 60, 70% is seeing clouds. Here's our cloud cover for the future. If we go ahead and push it forward, you can see that we do have the chance for that cloud cover to push out, and then the cloud cover is pretty much going to kind of destabilize a little bit and try and move out the region. But then more comes on the backside, and we'll have some more probably again going to like tonight, early tomorrow morning, and then I think by the time we get to tomorrow, we will see some clearing spots. Again, this only goes out around 18 hours, so this obviously will change. But here is our current temperature: 70 in Columbia, 71 in Charleston, 71 in Myrtle Beach, 73 in Savannah, 68 in Augusta, 64 in Greenville and Rock Hill. High temperatures for today: around 84 in Columbia, 86 in Moncks Corner, 85 in Charleston, 87 in Hilton Head Island, 80 in Myrtle Beach, 81 in Rock Hill, 80 inside the Greenville Spartanburg region, 81 for Anderson. Peak sustained winds through today as well. Peak sustained winds will go actually pretty high today, around a good 10 to 15 miles per hour, maybe in an isolated 20 near like the Charleston coast line, around 20 on those beaches, possible. And that's sustained, that's not wind gust. And then, but wind gust today, that's another story. Wind gust, we gust to around 15 to 20, maybe even, again, 25 through on that coastline. So, we're honestly just watching for some gust winds today. So, gusty winds could, in fact, impact the region, mainly again 15 to 20 miles an hour today. Here's our forecast precipitation for the next 24 hours. Not a lot. Except for if you're up there near the North Carolina, South Carolina border, just to the north of Spartanburg, you have the potential to see probably the most rain, around close to an inch, potentially. But like places like Spartanburg, Greenville, Rock Hill, Sherrod, around a quarter of an inch. Sumter, around a quarter of an inch. Columbia, around a tenth of an inch. Charleston, tenth of an inch. Myrtle Beach could see a half an inch. Aiken could see a tenth of an inch. Same thing with Barnwell and Orangeburg. And then Greenwood could see a tenth. And pretty much around a good tenth of an inch to a half an inch, pretty much throughout the entire state. The only part that might not see rain is the Hilton Head Beaufort region as well. Everyone else should see maybe a drop or two of rain. If it does rain, especially kind of near where Charleston is, it's probably not going to be like a whole bunch. But let's go ahead and talk about the model, then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you go ahead and switch back over to the HRRR. If we continue this, you can see that we do have those storms up there. Here's around 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and then we finally have some more showers and storms start to pop up, both in the upstate, the Low Country and the PD region at 5 o'clock. This is near Loris, Charleston, and Simpsonville. And then those thunderstorms become a bit more expansive. That brings some more showers and storms to the region. Here is 6 o'clock right here. Here's what the radar could potentially look like. 7 o'clock here, 8 o'clock, and they start kind of moving to the east. 9 o'clock, and then some showers. 10, 11, and then 12 a.m., and then 1. And then we'll be completely done with the rain by 1 o'clock for sure. So, again, it could be a pretty stormy day today. That's why we do have that slight risk and marginal risk of severe weather, which I will show you right now. Looking here at the SPC outlook, we do have a slight risk of severe weather that goes for pretty much Myrtle Beach, Conway up there, Florence, Sumter, just the eastern portion of Columbia, Rock Hill, Dillon as well, Hartsville, Lancaster, so places like that. You guys are inside of a slight risk, and everyone outside the entire state of South Carolina, except for down there near the Hilton Head Island region, you all guys are under a marginal risk of severe weather. That does come with a small 2% risk for tornadoes. If you're in that slight risk of severe weather, you do have a 2% chance of tornadoes. If you're inside the marginal, you have a 5% chance of damaging hail, and if you're in the slight risk, you are inside of a 15% risk of damaging hail. And then wind-wise, again, that marginal risk of 5% chance of damaging winds, that slight risk of 15% chance of damaging hail. So pretty much, the normal capabilities, but if you're inside that slight risk, you have a 2% chance of tornadoes, and if you're in the marginal, you pretty much have no chance to see a tornado. And then here's our excessive rainfall outlook, where we have a marginal risk of excessive rainfall for like the very northern part of South Carolina. And that's all that I have. So, in terms of, again, here's the radar right here. Remember that dense fog advisory that expires in around another hour or so. So, watch out for that. It expires at 10 o'clock. Watch out for that fog. And that's all that I have. So, everyone have a fantastic Wednesday, and I'll be back tonight at 9 o'clock. Make sure that you are there. Hey!